आपादमौलिपर्यन्तां गुरूणामाकृतिं स्मरेतेन विघ्नप्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथः। लक्ष्मीं तनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षमङ्घ्रिद्वयं निगमशाखिशिखाप्रवालं हैरम्बमं गुरुहडम्बरचौर्यनिग्रहं विघ्नादिभेदशतधारधुरन्धरन्नः। सर्वेषां स्वागतं। This is the Bhāvārtha session for the 9th shloka. अज्ञानमेवास्य हि मूलकारणं तद्धानमेवात्र विधौ विधीयते विद्यैव तन्नाशविधौ पठीयसि न कर्म तज्जं सविरोधमीरितम् अज्ञानमेवास्य हि मूलकारणं तद्धानमेवात्र विधौ विधीयते विद्यैव तन्नाश विधौ पठीयसि न कर्म तज्जं सविरोधमीरितम्. So, continuation from the previous shloka which spoke about why Kriya has to be given up. Because Kriya gives rise to a Sharira, that Sharira again gives rise to a Kriya. So, like a cycle, they work. You cannot get rid of you cannot cultivate detachment with that process. So, Ajnanam eva asya hi mula karanam. Asya here, it is practically meaning that whatever is the samsara that we are seeing, tasya, the samsara's mula karanam is ajnana. The ignorance is the main reason for this particular samsara. What ignorance? Ignorance of the fact that Kriya itself gives rise to Ichha and then Sharira and then again to Ichha. That how are we getting stuck in that wheel that we don't know or we don't realize that itself? That is the ignorance. That Ajnana. Ajnanam eva asya hi mula karanam. So here tad, that is tadhanam eva atra. That is, it becomes tadhanam mevatra. That is tadhanam eva atra. That means by destroying that. Hanam is to destroy. Tadhanam, we are destroying what? Previous line, ajnana. So tadhanam eva atra vidhau vidhiyate. Vidhau vidhiyate, that means the method. Vidhiyate, who has given the vidhana in our ancient scriptures, be it in the Upanishads or any other that we are taking, or even this text that we are taking. Vidhiyate, kasya vidhiyate, where has it been given? Or how has it been given? If we take Putra vidhiyate, sorry. So where has it been given? In the scriptures. So that vidhiyate is in the scriptures. What is the vidhana? Vidhau, vidhiyate. So where has it been given, that vidhana? It has been given in the scriptures. So what do the scriptures say? What is the vidhana that they have given? By destroying ajnana only, we will be able to, that ajnana only, we will be able to get away from samsara. So tad hanam evatra vidhau vidhiyate. Okay. Then vidyaiva tannasha. So vidya eva tannasha tatnasha. So nasha vidhau is the method to destroying that. Tannasha with tad nasha vidhau. The method to destroy that is that it is vidya eva. That is, vidya here is the jnana, the true knowledge. That Atma, Paramatma are part of the same thing and they are related, etc., etc. All that Atma Bodha itself is that Vidya itself is the way to destroy the ignorance. And that is what we have Patiyasi, that is the efficient way. That is described in the scriptures. That is the efficient way. So Vidya Eva Tannasha Vidhau, that is the Vidhi, that is the Patiyasi that we have. That is the efficient way. Na karma tajjam savirodha miritam. Not karma. So the karma we have, as we learnt, leads to another sharira and it goes on. So this is the reason why karma is not prescribed. That we are basically telling the importance of Jnana Yoga over here. So, nakarma tajjam savirodha niritam. So, savirodham iritam. Iritam is said. Savirodham is opposed. So, karma is opposed. Rather than creating or destroying ignorance, it leads to more ignorance. Because we are getting stuck in the wheel of karma, no? We get attached to one thing. That leads to another karma. That leads to one more sharira. And that wheel goes on because that wheel is spinning. The karma is actually leading to the opposite of what I had to accomplish. My accomplishment, my target was to get detached from the samsara so that I can be away from it. But rather, that karma is leading me to get further and further stuck in that samsara. I'm getting trapped in a cycle like kriya. So, to avoid that, the specification is that we need to adopt vidya, or here vidya has been given, it is actually jnana. The jnana of what is true knowledge, and that one particular what is required for that, that is nobody is saying that we need to give up immediately, but we need to ultimately get there. That is the reason the whole varnashrama has been given to us, prescribed to us. Once we are able to complete whatever is required of us from the ashrama varnita kriyas, after that, we need to start cultivating detachment to it. Then we need to completely give it up. Then we need to approach Guru, and that Guru will tell us what is the Atma Jnana, and then we have to practice it. So, in this, when the question arises, why can't we continue doing that with our kriyas itself? Any samsari would ask, why should I give up? I have bhakti. I have the inclination to find God or find Atma Bodha, find self realization, actualization. Why can't I do it being a samsari? Because the samsara is what we are trying to get away from. Because getting away from that is what actualization is. We cannot find ourselves when we are trying to meet the demands of the society, meet the demands of a samsara. I'm sitting for I'm trying to meditate, reach the state of samadhi to find out who I am. My phone starts ringing, an alarm is ringing. Obviously, it's not possible. My boss calls me and says that we have to make a presentation. Obviously, it's not possible. So there are certain demands of being in a samsara. That is kriya. Basically, it is kriya. For me to be involved in a samsara, looking at the other side of it, from the other end of it now. So for me to be in a samsara requires me to be actively, be an active participant in it. That means I need to be a part of it. I need to speak. I need to make my opinions known. I need to get involved. I need to work. I need to contribute. It may be mandated. It may be necessary. It may be obligation. It may be an obligation. So for all these things, the only result is that kriya has to be performed. There has to be some karma that has to be performed. So obviously what happens is that because samsara requires karma, I cannot stay in the samsara and say that I am going to find myself. It is not possible. And in the more broader context, it is not possible for us to be individually aloof or completely say that I am going to be an individual with my own taste, with etc., without saying that the society does not mean anything to me. Then I would rather be a yogi itself. I would rather stay in some other place. Every samsara, samsari, whoever stays in the samsara, it is essential for them to actively participate in that samsara. Otherwise, that person is qualified to be a sannyasi. So when I stay away from these things, like the introvert mind, it tells us I don't require talking. I don't require what is that mingling. I don't require validation, all those things. No. If we are staying in samsara, let us take a normal example. I'm staying in my house. I have a, some job that can sustain me, and that job doesn't require me to talk with anyone. But that, okay, not even a job, not even a job. My work is freelance. I'm doing something over, like for example, a YouTube channel. Without the audience, how can I sustain myself? I'm not doing a video just for me to sit and watch, right? It has to be somebody else. So I am dependent on the society. My individuality is secondary to what the society has framed. I cannot say my individuality takes a priority above what the society thinks. When obviously, when there are conflict between the two, we can emphasize our thoughts also. That is not it. But to say that I am going to be a sannyasi by staying within samsara is utter foolishness to say that we are able to do that, because we are stuck on, we are interdependent on the society for a lot of things, even for sustenance, existence. Just by not doing anything, if I completely if I'm completely at home, for food, for basic amenities, somebody is providing me because I'm not doing anything. If I'm using those amenities, just like electricity, somebody has to provide it. So if I'm a part of samsara, I am ultimately dependent on that samsara. So I cannot say that my identity is special and it comes beyond that samsara. If I have to emphasize that, then I have to be a sannyasi. Sarva Sangha Parityagi he is. So that sannyasatva is a totally different thing. So this is coming from the other end of it. So if I have to be a sannyasi, then I have to be a sannyasi only by being only by giving up samsara. If I have to be a samsari, then there is no point in talking about sannyasa. I have to be an active participant in that samsara. This is important. So ajnanamevasya hi moola karanam tadhanamevatra vidhau vidhiyate. So the moola karana for samsara is ajnana, and to the only thing, that hana, that tadhana, to that nasha of that ajnana is the only vidhi that has been given to us, and that vidyaiva. How can we destroy that? Vidyaiva tannasha vidhau, can destroy it efficiently, and therefore na karma is not suitable for this task. That is the bhavartha of this shloka. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि।